So, the first thing I want to talk about is this OnePlus Nord 2 launch event. So, if you guys haven't seen it, it was you couldn't if you went onto YouTube, you would actually have to sign in because it's restricted content because it's not for all ages. There was guns in this introduction, which was very weird. There was they actually dropped the F-bomb in there as well, which is the first time I've ever seen this in this type of a launch event. It was very different. OnePlus looks like they wanted to go for something completely out of the box. The concept is they've got a film director who's pitching this idea and has filmed this cinematic thing. There's a lot of background story to it and stuff like that. And I didn't really know what to think when I saw that initially. I know E just messaged me like, "What did I just watch?"
Yeah. I mean, so you know what? After watching it, I get what OnePlus was trying to do, but I think this is the kind of thing where if you were going to do all that, at the end, tell me it was short on the OnePlus Nord 2, or then I would then all that is washed away, right? All that's like, oh, okay, but I was watching it. I was skipping it. There was a timer at first that says event will launch.
Yeah, so that was the build up. So then they kind of had something kind of just rolling, and then they actually had the piece, which was around 10 minutes, I would say, where it just before you get anything, right? So here's the thing, right? So I get what they were trying to do, and obviously it got people talking. We're talking about it right now, so it's worked, right? Okay. And one thing that I did like was just the event. They were very playful. They were very kind of sarcastic and kind of making fun of the usual events that we see, because now we've seen so many virtual events, right? And I did like that, right? I like that. Here's my thing, right? Because obviously we've seen Apple do these short introductions where, they've got a Mission Impossible thing going on. Somebody kind of breaks into Apple, pulls off the mask. It's Tim Cook, right? Everybody was like, that was awesome, right? Now, this to me kind of seemed like they took that to a whole other level, right? Okay, and made it into this whole massive thing. My problem was, right? I get it, and it was different. My problem was, it was just too long. Like 10 minutes at the start with this going on. It's just like, if it's a gag, let it run for a bit and then get to the, get to the presentation, get to the bulk of it. You don't need to spend a whole 10 minutes, right, in this. I think whoever they gave the project to, the agency kind of got really carried away and just kind of really went with it.
It was more than just a gag or even a focus or even that piece, because one of the things that I didn't like from it was the fact that as I skipped, I thought it was an ad playing the first time, because I didn't watch the event live, so you sent it to me. So I thought it was an ad, then I thought it was another ad, then I skipped and I realized, oh, they're talking about a phone. The thing about it is that if the gag had started with OnePlus, like one of the execs that we know that's more public facing, went up to an agency, is like, look, we've got this new launch. We want to make it spicy. We want to make sure. And then the pitch started that way. And then it was really about the phone. And he was like, I can make a gag this much better ways. Like, look, that's a little bit too much. Maybe the director goes like, how about we do Indiana Jones? And he goes like, no, sorry, man. That's just, we need something calm. I would get what's going on, but again, it wasn't tied to the device thoroughly. The gag kind
it kind of went off. Yeah, it just this is the thing, you get this a lot of times when you're working with creatives, right? That you need somebody, and this is something that when I used to watch The Apprentice UK version many years ago. Yeah, like we're talking season 1, 2, 3. One of the things we used to always find is when there was the creative project, the creatives would get carried away, and then the trailer at the end would have pretty much nothing to do with the product, right? It's a good trailer, but then where is the product sort of thing? So yeah, they were trying to integrate things, but it was way off, I think, in my opinion. I think what would have been better is if they, like as I said, I think, what Apple does where they just have these snippets, right? 30 seconds, 1 minute, right? In between everything else, it keeps you entertained, it keeps you engaged, rather than this whole 10-minute piece right at the start. But I'll give it to them that it was something different, and they, having that signed off where they're actually shooting people in the head, that's something that I never expected. Dropping F-bombs, stuff like that, is just like, whoa, okay, this is different, right? And again, it gets people talking. So I'll give it to them for that, but I do think they got a bit too carried away.
And I agree with you there. I think, nice try. next time, like Saf said, just break those 10 minutes down into 1 minute segments so you can put across your launch event, and also just have it tied closer to the product than just being something that just goes off scale.
Just completely out there. I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to hear the full podcast episode, then that will be linked down below. And if you want to see more clips like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss them. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf Speaks, and I'll see you next time.